Today's patient is a 1986 Steinway C from Hamburg. These are 7'5". They're only made in Hamburg, and as of right now, they're only custom order. This model dates back to the 1880s. It's difficult to know how this really compares to a Model B, the 7-footer, without doing measurements and such, but I can tell you it's definitely more like a D. There's a cliche with pianos that everything affects the sound. It's true, generally, but not in the ways you might think. Here I'm raising the hammerline, which really does affect the sound. There's a sweet spot, and it's not at all related to the regulation spec. This piano was really hard to tune when I started. The unisons didn't want to sit down, the pitch would drift, and in general it was a real pain. I suspected that the relatively new strings had little bits of curvature around their bearing points, so here I'm massaging those areas to remove as much rounding as I can with my nice Don Menino string hook. The Menino hook I use is very nice, but it's metal, and running it in and out of the bass strings is not a good idea, so in the overstrung areas I use a hammer shank. This is actually a spinet shank. Smaller than a standard shank. Traditional hammers, like those on most pianos, need to be needled a lot. However, the placement, depth, and angle of the needles are critical. At the end of this, you can see me squeezing the needle area to check my progress. I ran out of time in this visit, so before I left I used a little shortcut to bring down the brightest and harshest sounds in the hammers by needling the shift pedal position rather deeply. This will give the una corda sound a nice velvety tone as well as bring down the overall brightness of the rest of the sound. I didn't have a chance to do some video of me playing the piano or even really get some pictures of the style and stuff like that, the details. There was so much work to do. The owner was constantly in and out of the room. So you'll have to wait until next time to get a listen to what this piano's like.